It started as an ordinary drive. Danny Reynolds, a 32-year-old delivery driver, had taken this route 100 times before. It was a quiet, empty highway stretching through the Arizona desert. The kind of road where you could drive for miles and not see another car. But on this night, Danny made a mistake. He took a wrong turn. And what he found on that road shouldn't have existed. The wrong turn. It was a little past midnight when Danny missed his exit. His GPS glitched, showing nothing but a blank screen. Frustrated, he checked his rearview mirror. The highway behind him was pitch black, no headlights, no taillights. No sign of civilization. Then, up ahead, he saw an old, cracked road sign. It read, Route 77, unfinished. Danny had never heard of it before. But he figured it must loop back to the main highway. So, he took the turn. That was his first mistake. Something was off. The road narrowed, the asphalt cracked and faded. There were no streetlights. No houses. No signs of life. The deeper he drove, the more unnatural it felt. The stars above seemed too bright, but the road itself, darker than it should be. Then, he noticed something. His headlights weren't reflecting off the pavement anymore. It was as if they were being swallowed by the darkness. His heart started pounding. He reached for his phone, no signal. He tried his radio, just static. Then, his engine sputtered. And his car rolled to a dead stop. The figures in the fog. Danny sat frozen. The air outside had turned thick, heavy, like a fog was rolling in. Then, in the distance, he saw movement. Shadowy figures emerged from the mist, walking toward his car. At first, he thought they were people. But as they got closer, he realized they were wrong. Their limbs were too long. Their heads slightly tilted as if they were listening. And they were completely silent. Danny's breath caught in his throat. His keys wouldn't turn. The engine was dead. He was trapped. The man in the rearview mirror. A chill ran down his spine as he checked his rearview mirror. That's when he saw him. A tall, featureless figure was standing directly behind his car. Its body was faintly glowing, as if it wasn't entirely solid. And then, It reached for the door handle. Danny panicked. He slammed his fist against the dashboard. And suddenly, the radio turned on. Through the static, a distorted voice whispered, "You shouldn't be here." The dashboard lights flickered. The headlights flared back on. And just like that, the figures were gone. The fog had lifted. And Danny was back on the highway. The missing time shaking, Danny sped toward the nearest gas station. When he pulled in, he stumbled inside, gasping for breath. The clerk looked at him, confused. "Where the hell did you come from?" Danny checked his phone. His last memory was at 12:03 a.m. But now, it was 4:47 a.m. Almost 5 hours had passed. And he had no memory of what happened in between. The road that doesn't exist. The next day, Danny tried to retrace his route. But there was no Route 77. The turn he had taken? It wasn't there. Locals told him that road never existed. Danny still has nightmares about the figures in the fog. And sometimes, he swears that, in his rearview mirror, he sees a shadow standing just behind his car, waiting for him to take another wrong turn.